Welcome to Mental Math class at Learning Base Africa. How are you doing, everyone? I hope you are very well. So welcome to this mental math class, and right now you'll be learning amazing things in mental math. If you're excited, type the number 10 in the comment section. If you're excited, number 10 in the comment section. Now, previously, we have been learning how to divide and multiply by 5. We have been learning how to divide and multiply by 5. All right, so to multiply and to divide by 5 has its own steps. All right, so let's do a quick revision of what we have been learning. Quick revision of what was learned. We have learned how to divide any number by 5. Okay, we have learned divide numbers by 5. You can divide any number by 5, whether the number is small or the number is large. So dividing numbers by 5. Let's divide 186 by 5. The rule is double the number. Introduce a decimal point before the last digit on the right. So what is the double of 186? The double will be 372. So that is 372. Introduce a decimal point before the last digit, that will be right here. So 186 divided by 5 is equal to 37.2. All right? Now, what do we mean by doubling? Doubling means multiply that number by 2. So 186 times 2 to 372. And from here, we introduced a decimal point before the last digit on the right. So don't forget what I said about doubling, all right? It means multiplying that number or that quantity by 2. Now, another revision of the same concept. How do you quickly divide 93 by 5 in your head without using your pen and your book and without using a calculator? How can you divide 93 by 5? Just double 93. So if we double 93, we're going to have 186. Then from here, we will introduce a decimal point before the digit 6, which is the last digit. So 93 divided by 5 is equal to 18.6. I hope that is very clear. Now, the next concept that we learned was to also multiply odd numbers by 5. we learned how to multiply odd numbers by 5. So let's quickly revise multiplying. Let's revise multiplying odd numbers by 5. Okay? So, and I gave you examples of odd numbers. I told you the definition of odd numbers. Odd numbers are numbers that end with numbers that end with 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. When you see a number and the number ends with either of these numbers, it means the number is an odd number. Now, look at the first one. What is 19 times 5? 19 is an odd number. So anytime you want to multiply this in your head, subtract 1 from 19. That will give you 18, okay? The first thing you need to do is subtract 1. That will give you 18. After subtracting 1 from 18, divide 18 by 2. That will give you 9. Then write 5 beside 9. Write 5 beside 9. That will give you 95. So 19 times 5, without using a calculator and without showing workings, it is 95. These steps only show you how to do it in your head, all right? Not meant for the regular school math. It's not meant for you to show your workings, but while you're on the go, somebody is asking you, what is 19 times 5? I bought a pen for 19 naira and I bought 5 pens. How much will I pay? At that point in time, you may not need to be looking for pen. Oh, where's my pen? I want to do a calculation. You may not need to be looking for calculator. So at Learning Base Africa, we turn every child into a calculating machine, all right? With our mental math strategy. Okay, so let's look at another one that will make you understand better. So what is 53 times 5? This is another odd number. When multiplying odd number by 5, subtract 1 from the odd number. Do it mentally, do it in your head. When you subtract 1 from 53, you're going to have 52. Divide 52 by 2, then you will have 26. Write down 26 and write 5 beside it. Always write 5 beside your final answer. So 53 times 5 is equal to 265. I'm going to take it lower. Now, what is 41 times 5? Take 1 away from 41, you will have 40. Divide 40 by 2, you will have 20. Then write 5 beside this. That's 205. So 41 times 5 is equal to 205. So can you see that now? I don't have to use this particular multiplication style because I want to do a calculation at the supermarket. I'm teaching you how to do math in your head. Now, one more reminder, okay? One more reminder to what we learned previously. Now, another one is 79 times 5. First thing you're going to do, subtract 1 from 79. You're going to have 78. Then divide 78 mentally by 2. Okay, divide 78 by 2. What will give you 78? What will you add together? That will give you 78. And make sure the numbers are equal. That is 39. 39 plus 39 is 78. So when you divide 78 by 2, you're going to have 39. So write down 39 and write 5 beside it. Okay, now I'm going to explain again. I'm going to explain again. When multiplying any odd number by 5, take 1 away from the odd number. Take 1 away from 79 on the screen. That will give you 78. Divide your 78 by 2. That will give you 39. Write 5 beside 39 or place 5 beside 39. That will give you 395. I hope you understand that. So right now we are learning something new and the continuation of what we have been learning. So we'll be learning how to multiply even numbers by 5. How to multiply even numbers by 5. So let's continue with that. Multiplying even numbers by 5. Multiplying even numbers by 5. Now, what are even numbers? Even numbers are numbers that end with even numbers are numbers that end with either 0 or 2 or 4 or 6 or 8. So when you see a number and the last digit of the number is either 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, such number is an even number. Now, these are examples of even number. Examples of even numbers are 12, 54, 60, 78, 96. You can see that they all end with the numbers that I said. So when the numbers end with either 0 or 2 or 4 or 6 or 8, they are called even numbers. Another one is 118. Look at this, ends with 8, so it is an even number. 240, it ends with 0, so it is an even number. 176, it ends with 6, so it is an even number. Now let's begin to multiply the even numbers by 5. Let's begin to multiply the even numbers by 5. This is very, very simple. So how can you quickly multiply 64 by 5? How can you quickly multiply 64 by 5? So what is 64 times 5? The first thing you need to do is to double this number, all right? Double 64. Let us double 64. Doubling 64 means multiply 64 by 2. That is the meaning of doubling. Doubling 64, multiplying 64 by 2. So 64 times 2 is equal to 128. Now, after multiplying by 2, write 0 beside it. So that's 128, then 0. Anytime you double an even number, you want to multiply an even number by 5. Double the number, write 0 beside it, okay? Double the number, write 0 beside it. Those are the two steps. Double the number, write 0 beside it. So look at another example. This is another even number, 72 times 5. I want to do this quickly. So the first thing you need to do is to double 72. Doubling 72 means multiplying 72 by 2. So 72 times 2 is going to give me 144. Then I'm going to put 0 beside 144. So my answer will become 1440. So 72 times 5. Okay, yes. Listening, everyone. Okay, we there has been a mistake in our calculation. Sorry about that. I just discovered that there is a mistake in our calculation. Now, listen attentively again. When multiplying any even number by 5, sorry, divide the number by 2. You have to divide, not to multiply. You are to divide. Okay, everybody type divide in the comment section. I'm sorry about that. We are to divide. We are to divide. Divide the number by 2, not doubling. You know, dividing the number by 2 is the opposite of you doubling the number. So you only double the number when you are dividing by 5. You only double the number when you are dividing by 5. Okay. So now multiplying by even numbers, divide that even number by 2, then write 0 beside it. Okay, so 64 divided by 2, that will be 32. Okay, so that's what we have to do in our head. 64 divided by 2 is equal to 32. Then from there, write 0 beside it. So that will give us 320. Write 0 beside it. That will give us 320. Now the next one is 76 times 5. The first thing you need to do is to divide. Divide 76 by 2. That is going to give you 38. Okay. Then write 0 beside 38 to give us our answer as 380. So 76 times 5 is equal to 380. I hope you understand that. Now let's move on to number 3 example. Whenever you are multiplying an even number by 5, divide the even number by 2, write 0 beside the answer. It's as simple as that. Okay, so now let's see, what is 112 times 5? 112 is an even number. Divide 112 by 2. Do it in your head. Don't use a pen and a book. Divide 112. Learn to hear the numbers. I can hear 112. Half of 100 is 50. Half of 12 is 6. So half of 112 will be 56 because 50 plus 6 is 56. So that will be 56, okay? Let's divide 112 by 2. That's equal to 56. Then write 0 beside 56. That will give us 506. And 12 times 5 is equal to 60. Now, another example is this. What is 98 times 5? So, what should you do first? Divide. Divide the even number. You know, when we were multiplying odd numbers by 5, what we did was to firstly subtract 1 before we divided that number by 2. But in this case of even numbers, you are not going to subtract 1. You are only going to begin to divide by 2. So when you divide 98 by 2, divide 98 by 2, you have 49. Then write 0 beside 49, you have 490. So anytime you walk to a salesperson to buy something and you need to do this calculation, you bought five loaves of bread and one loaf of bread is being sold at 1,570 naira. You bought 5 loaves of bread. You need to do that calculation fast. So all you need to do is to divide that 1,570 naira by 2, then write 0 beside it. You get your answer fast. So mental math helps you solve math with speed without using a calculator and your pen. So if you're following me, type number 9 in the comment section. If you're following me, type 9 in the comment section. Okay, that's amazing. That's amazing. So it is question time. It is question time before here. It is question time before we. So question time, it is task time. So for this question, I want to see who's going to win. I want to see if the boys will be faster or the girls will be faster. I'll be writing the question on the screen. I'm not going to mention it because I want to see the students with the fastest fingers. Yes, my first question is on the screen. Please type whether you are a male or a female. When you want to type your answer, please type whether you are a male or a female. Make sure you type male. If you are a boy, type your your answer and type male beside it. If you are a girl, type your answer and type female beside it. Let's see who the winner will be tonight. Okay. I'm seeing the students with the fastest fingers. Okay, I have Damilola, female, Michelle, female, Fola, female. Wow. Okay, I have a male. I have another male, another male. Wow, I love male tonight. Wow. Female. I have another male. Fantastic. Wow. Wow. Amazing. Tonight, just for this first question, I have 6 boys, 4 girls. So the boys are winning for this first question. The boys are winning for this first question. Wow. Wow. So I'm so happy. I'm happy. I'm happy that the boys are coming up. So the answer is 450. Double, you divide 90 by 2, that's 45. Write 0 beside it, then you have 450. So if you type 450, give yourself 3 stars. For these 3 stars, make sure you have 3 stars for yourself. The boys typed faster than the girls. So I have more boys than the girls. Okay, the next question. The next question. What is 88 times 5? What is 88 times 5? Make sure you type male if you are a boy. Type female if you're a girl. Yes, the girls don't want to be behind at all. They are really typing so fast. Okay, so I'm beginning to check. Wow, Michelle. All right, I have a female. I have another female. I have a male. I have another female and another female. Male, where are you? Yeah, I have another male now, and I have another female. That's Purity. Okay, I have another female. Oh my God. Where are the male? Okay, I'm saying Kamsi. Kamsi for male. Wow. A female, and I'm seeing a male. Now, for this second question, I have the females doing faster than the male. So for the second question, the females won. So if your answer is 440, give yourself 3 stars. Give yourself 3 stars. So for this question number 2, the girls won. All right, so that's fantastic, right? So right now we have been able to learn how to divide even, how to multiply even numbers by 5. We have been able to learn how to multiply even numbers by 5 by dividing the number by 2, write out the answer and write 0 beside it in your head. When you're to multiply any even number by 5, divide the number by 2 in your head, get the answer, and put 0 beside the answer. That will give you the final answer, right? That's amazing. If you have learned in this class, type 9 in the comment section. If you have learned this concept, type 9 in the comment section. Amazing. Wow. Wow. Type 9 in the comment section. Now, we started learning what we know as algebra. We started learning what we know as algebra. That is, algebra uses symbols and letters to represent numbers. Algebra uses symbols and letters to represent numbers. And I gave you examples of algebra. I told you that x minus 2 is an algebraic statement, okay? 3y is an algebraic statement. 1 over 4n is an algebraic statement. B over 10 is an example of algebra, okay? Q plus 14 is an example of algebra. Now, in the comment section, everybody give me an example of algebra. Type an example of algebra. Okay, so now we also learned what we know as coefficient. And I told you that coefficient is the number that is multiplying the letter or the symbol. the number that is multiplying the letter or the symbol. So now look at this first one. In 3x, 3 is the coefficient of x. 3 is the coefficient of x. In 3x, 3 is the coefficient of x. All right. Now, in m over 4, we learned this in our last class. In m over 4, okay, 1 over 4, because when you move the m away, the coefficient of m above there is 1. You have a denominator of 4, okay? You don't throw 4 away. So in m over 4, 1 over 4 is the coefficient of m. 1 over 4 is the coefficient of m. All right. Now, in x, having x standing on its own, in x, 1 is the coefficient of x. 1 is the coefficient of x. What is multiplying the letter x? You are not seeing any number there. Anytime you are not seeing any number beside a letter, the coefficient of that letter is 1. Anytime you are not seeing a number beside a letter, the coefficient of the letter is 1. Coefficient is the number that is multiplying the unknown. Now, let's learn what we know as like and unlike terms. Like and unlike terms. Okay, so we have two types of terms. Like I said, one is like terms, the other one is unlike terms. Now, let's talk about like terms. Like terms are terms that have the same letter, okay? Like terms are terms that have the same letter or the same symbol. They have the same letter or they have the same symbol. So example, these are examples of like terms. These are examples of like terms. Make sure you're listening to what we are learning. These are examples of like terms. X, 2x, x over 5, 3x, okay? 7x. You can see that all these terms, we call them terms. We call them terms. Everybody type terms in the comment section. Terms, terms. Terms. Type terms in the comment section. Let me know those who are following. Type terms in the comment section. Okay, so these are examples of like terms. Like terms are terms that look alike. They have the same letter or they have the same symbol. So these are called like terms. Now let's talk about unlike terms. Unlike terms. Unlike terms are terms that have different letters. They don't look alike. All right? They don't look alike. They have different letters or they have different symbols. So anytime you have terms that have different letters, they are called unlike terms. X, Y, M, 3K, 7Z, all right? 4F. You can see that all these terms don't look alike. They are all different. So when they are all different like this, you call them unlike terms. You call them unlike terms. Now, let's talk about multiplication of, let's talk about addition of algebra rather. Let's talk about addition of algebra. Addition of algebra. Now, you can only add like terms. You can only add like terms. You cannot add and subtract unlike terms. When it comes to addition and subtraction of algebra, you can only add and subtract when they are the same, when the terms are the same. When the terms are different, you will not be able to add and you will not be able to subtract. So now 3x plus x. 3x plus x. Don't forget I spoke about coefficients. The coefficient in 3x is 3. The coefficient in x is 1. So that's 3x plus x. That will give us 4x. So it's like you saying 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. Now look at the next one. Okay, addition of algebra. Now look at number 2. We have y plus 3z plus 4z plus 4y. Y plus 3z plus 4y. What will be the answer? So the first thing you need to do is to collect like terms. Y and plus 4y look alike. So the first thing you need to do is to collect the like terms. So let's put the like terms together. We have y, then we have plus 4y. Also bring in plus 4y. Then you can now fix plus 3z after putting the like terms together. So y plus 4y will give us 5y. You know, the coefficient of y in this first term is 1. So it's like you're saying 1 plus 4, that's 5. So y plus 5y is y plus 4y is 5y, then plus 3z. So like I said, you can only add like terms. 5y plus 3z cannot be added because they are not like terms. So we cannot add 5y and 3z together. So it means this is our answer. Our answer to number 2 is 5y plus 3z. The answer to number 2 is 5y plus 3z. Now it is question time. Question time, it is stars time. Don't and subtract like terms. When you have unlike terms, you cannot add and you cannot subtract. The first question is on my screen. The first question is on my screen. So what is the answer? Type your answer in the comment section. Make sure you type whether you are a male or a female because I want to see who will win. Okay, so I need to check those who got the right answer quickly. Okay, so I have Olamide here, but I don't know whether Olamide is a boy or a girl. So I'm going to take that out because I've told you to write whether you're a male or a female. So Fola is a female. So we have Fola, we have another boy, but no answer. We have Damilola, who is also a female. We have Jemima, your answer is correct. We have somebody who is a male. We have another student who is a male. Okay, I think the males are coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 males now. I have Ifeanyi Chukwu also, who is also a male. Then comes Michelle, female. Okay, then I have another male. Two males right now. Wow. Wow. Then another male. And Patricia, a girl. Okay, Timileyin Aremu is a female, and the princess is also a female. Okay, and I have one more male. So let me see who won. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. I have nine males. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, and I have seven females. So for the question one, the boys have won. So the answer is 12H. So give yourself 4 stars if you get the answer right. If you type 12H, give yourself 4 stars. But the boys have won this first question. Now, the second question, let's see who the winner will be. So, what is the answer to the next question? What is the answer to the second question? Make sure you type whether you are a male or a female. Type whether you are a male or a female. Type the correct answer. Okay, let's see the correct answer. Wow. Okay, I think I have male first. I guess the male wants to take this score again. Let's see. So I have the male first. Okay, let's see if the females will win. Okay, I have a female. Another female. I have male. Now I have a female. I have another male. Wow. I have a female. I have two males now. I have female. Okay. Not the two males are not correct. They are not correct. Let's see those who got the right answer. Okay, I've seen a male with the right answer and another male with the right answer. Okay, now followed by a female. Wow, followed by another female. Now I've seen a male. Timileyin Aremu, okay, correct. I've seen another male with the correct answer. David, male. Wow. Flourish, female. Okay, female. All right, so let me count. I have how many males? I have 8 males and I have 9 females. So for this second question, the girls are the winner. For this second question, the girls are the winner. So if you type the right answer, okay, so let's see the correct answer. Don't forget I said that the girls are the winner. All right, so now let's collect the like terms. K and 2K are like terms. So that'll be K plus 2K. Then we'll bring in the unlike term, which is plus 3Y. So K plus 2K is 3K plus 3Y. When the you will not add. You cannot add on. People were still adding up the two terms and 3Y are different. So they are called unlike terms. When you have unlike terms, you cannot add them together. You cannot add and subtract unlike terms together. You can only add like terms. You can only subtract like terms. So I hope you enjoy the class. If you did, type 1000 in the comment section. If you enjoyed the class, type 1000 in the comment section. All right, so we're continuing our class another time. Thank you for attending the class tonight. Do have a wonderful time. Goodbye, everyone.